Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? I honestly was feeling some type of way this episode, and the messed up part about it all is I was prepared. Like, I was actually ready for whatever came at me, but I guess I really wasn't. And now having to talk about it and think about it definitely brings up some stuff, but I'm good. I'm good. You're the one that doesn't feel good, weirdo. Anyway, I honestly didn't expect them to give this type of an ending, just in the grand scheme of him not doing something very dramatic in this case of actually passing away and not being able to function. Uh, but to just see him go on this rampage where the only thing to actually stop him was his daughter, and we know exactly how much he had to have been feeling to go in such a rage mode. So it was funny to me also to hear him say like, "Oh, I don't have emotions, or golems lack emotions." And if that was the case, he would have heard her crying out for help and about to get chopped up and split into pieces for everyone to divvy up. But instead, he got angry. He went into a rage, so much so that he lost memory. Or he doesn't recall doing any of this. That kind of has to be done in the way of having some type of actual anger or some type of emotional like connection to something and it being taken away in the world to you. So this is the type of stuff the show has been setting up, and to think, like I said, I wasn't ready for it. Like, come on. I know, should have known it was going to be rough, but um, seeing him completely destroy his body and be put in a position where he just had to give it all or lose it all, we know what he'd rather do. So, giving it all, he, even ruins his body even more. So much to the fact that he honestly either doesn't know how much time he has or he just doesn't want to put it in words how little time he has. But he pretty much comes to the fullization of, I'm going to have to leave her, and because I have to leave her, I'm going to be in a position where I really want to be around even for all eternity. And it really hit home with the old men talking about how they feel about souls or what they feel about ghosts and stuff like that. So you kind of get this broad statement of these animal like monsters still have some type of thought process of the afterlife and just what their ancestors are doing ever since they passed on and stuff like that. So it was very interesting to have this be the season finale and what might be the end of the whole entire series. I don't know if there's actually going to be a second season. Sure, they were still traveling and stuff, but obviously, um, if there's some way to fix it, it feels like they would have put that out there. But I guess they could still uh, throw it all together at the last second and just kind of make it a thing. I just feel like it would have been better if they actually gave us a more of an understanding that there is something out there. Like for instance, these travelers having to see like the golem and being like, "Oh, that's a rare sight." Like I thought it was an opening for them to be like, "Yeah, such a rare sight. In fact, that once I was studying a golem, and I figured out how many golems there were. Seeing you and seeing the golem, the oldest golem of all time. Something weird." But no, the old people just get straight up dissed by our guy, and he pretty much tells them that all of your wishing and dreaming is pointless, and you should probably just like give up on it, right? Like, who cares about, uh, dying and then watching over your loved ones when that's not even the real thing. So he kind of threw everything that they believed in and what this festival was about in their faces, and I thought that was interesting that he went that route, but at the same time, it's not too surprising because at the end of the day, he's he actually believed he didn't have a heart. He actually believed he was lacking emotion. So why would he then want to return to loved ones? Because he doesn't have any. He doesn't believe in that stuff. So it's a really cool overall way to bring back um, everything he kind of believed in and he kind of probably lived by, and throw it in his face, and then pretty much after throwing it in his face, he then has to look down at the girl he was going to abandon this week because he just thought that was a much better choice at the end of the day, which, I mean, we all know why he did it, and we all know why he thought it was a good choice, but at the end of the day, just stay with her, you know? You're just gonna make it that much worse if it did end the way that it did, in my opinion, because now she would have kept looking for him and trying to figure out why he left. And we saw how many reasons she came up with of why she might be the problem, you know? So these are the types of things that really make me look forward to seeing um, just overall what happens, because anything from here on out is going to start looking relatively, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I got her. Relatively crazy if they did make a second season, because not only did he lose his arm, but he kind of lost his functionality to be able to just do simple things for his daughter. And I think that's why I was so like hit in the beginning of the show after the whole freak out and stuff like that, is because he explains like he can't regrow his arm. He's gonna be like one armed for the rest of the time. And not only that, he sees her like he expected her to be eaten too fast and stuff like that. So once she did, he wasn't surprised, and he reaches for water and accidentally knocks it down, because that's just as good as he can do at the moment, which just hit hard, man. Um, and of course, the best Omi out of all of them notices, and she pretty much follows him and asks all the questions of when this might happen. But as a whole, this show is amazing. Even if you prepare for everything, you're still gonna feel some type of way at the end of it. I promise you that. Including if you actually like it and you actually are enjoying the characters, you'll definitely feel some type of way, I promise. So, with all that being said, everybody, I hope you're doing amazing, or at least good. Please take care, and yeah, let me know what you're feeling about this show. I don't know if it's over for the good, but if it isn't, I'll definitely pick it back up on the second season and give it a go to see just how it ends at the end of the day. So, with all that being said, everybody, have an amazing one, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.